Thing is handy dandy. Wear your safety equipment, especially your eye protection in doing this. Do as I say, not as I do. Because I got sawdust in my eyes. And it's sweaty and it burns. Okay. So now need to go get my long pole pruners and get these vines out of here. But this, at least I can get under it now, except for the vines, with the mower. Turn the camera around, there's a few behind you I'm going to get before I'm done. And then I'm done with this part of the day. So I finally have decided what I'm going to do, at least for the next couple seasons, to this lawn, this big yard over here. That's all mine. I started mowing this morning and ran out of juice halfway through, but I got the part mowed that I want. I'm going to solarize a section of this weedy patch over here. It's not really lawn. It's kind of, that's being very generous. And it has been used in the past as a overflow parking lot. So there's gravel under the weeds. So the first step is to get rid of the weeds and then see what we have under the gravel. And then see where I can get some soil or mulch or all of the above. But I am going to start with at least 1 or 2 strips. This is 250 square foot of clear plastic. So I'm going to put it down, let it solarize the soil, and then move it and continue. And then I'm going to get wildflower meadow seeds and maybe not the whole yard, but plant a couple what I would call pollinator strips of meadow flowers. And I'm going to get ones that are specific for the southeast, for this zone, so I'm not introducing any invasives, and see what we get next summer. Let's see. So I'm going to get to work. So even in just the less than 20 minutes or so that this has been out here, I don't know if you can see that or not, but there is condensation building up under there. It's clear plastic, so if there wasn't condensation, you'd be able to see the ground, and it's, you know, it's wet, it's humid under there. I'm gonna move over here in the shade and talk to y'all. That was some fall, very early fall down here in Alabama. It's faux fall, or what the rest of y'all consider summer. But some of my early fall gardening duties, that it's finally almost cool enough for me to work out here. And I think if I go get, well, if I had more bricks, which I do somewhere stacked up, or use some of my old lumber, I could get 3 more of those plastic sheets and get a nice 55,000 square foot solarized patch out here. That'd be kind of nice. Some of it perhaps could be in-ground beds if I can find good enough soil underneath. Some of it I'm going to build some raised beds here in a little bit. Another outdoor cooler weather project. get those filled and maybe some fall winter planting in them. We'll see. I have some perennial things I want to get planted for sure, like rhubarb. I'm going to try rhubarb down here. I don't know. It might be too hot for rhubarb, but I'm going to try it because I love rhubarb. And asparagus. And what was my other perennial? I'd like to get some strawberries in somewhere. I might do those in like a tower on the back patio where I can water them regularly. But for next year, next season, I really am looking forward to just having this nice little pollinator meadow out here. I won't have to mow it except in the fall after everything goes to seed to help it reseed itself. And it should bring some really pretty color and butterflies and other pollinators to the neighborhood. And once I get my other flowers and gardens going inside the fence, might be a little happy bright spot here in Selma, Alabama throughout the seasons. Fingers crossed. And then eventually I'm going to slowly add raised beds out here amongst the wildflowers and cue Tom Petty Wildflowers right here if I could get the rights to play it on my YouTube channel, which you know I can't, so Google it, look it up. So I'll be out here among the wildflowers where I belong, planting beans and herbs and maybe tomatoes. Tomatoes. Everybody's got. You can't have a garden without tomatoes, can you? And all the other goodies. How about you comment? What's your favorite thing to grow yourself in your garden, in your yard, in a pot, in your imagination, in your imaginary wildflower garden? And what part of the country or the world are you in, so that the rest of us know, oh, I can grow that. I live there too. Or I don't live there. You don't have to give me your address. I'm in zone 5 and I grow rhubarb like nobody's business. Or I'm in zone 8, which is what I am, and we grow butter beans like nobody's business. Or okra. I don't eat okra, but maybe I'll grow it for my neighbors. We'll see. I definitely have lots of real estate out here to grow it on. So I did trim these trees. I need to trim them some more. That's going to become either hugelkultur beds when it dies down, and I'm going to stack it and build up some beds. But I have to get out here with my taller saws so I can get up in the tree a little bit. Now at least I can walk under it. It looks a little better. Well, it doesn't look much better because the branches I cut are just piled up underneath where they were hanging, but one step at a time, right? So, yeah, I've got a lot of stuff to move around. But thanks for gardening with me today. There's going to be more. And, yeah. I want to plant more dye plants, too. I know indigo grows down here. So wouldn't that be cool to have my own indigo plants? But first I have to remember to get my glasses off the top of my car, because they kept falling off my face when I was sweating. And I know I'll leave them there and I'll forget where I put them. And then I'll drive away and run over my glasses. So they're right there. I'm going to go get them. Thanks for being here.